And welcome into my messy desk. This is the Artistry Collective's live event, and we are doing moons and stars and bats and all kinds of fun things. And I am so excited tonight because I acquired this new die and I'm ready to play. The die that I got is right here. It's a Tim Holtz one, of course, and it's a Biggs die. And it's from 2012, but oddly enough, I haven't been able to find it anywhere online to see its value or anything like that. But yeah, nevertheless, we're going to have a play. So a huge thank you to Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage for hosting us here as the Artistry Collective. And the collective includes myself, Leah from Make All the Things With Me, and Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. We would love it if you would like and subscribe and do the thumbs up and all the things. Hi, Karen. Come on in. We're going to have a little crafty play today. So I just cut down some cardstock into 2.5 and 2-inch strips. Nothing fancy here, just regular plain old cardstock. Hello. Happy Wednesday. There's Leah. I was just talking about you, my friend, saying we are part of the collective and you'll be up after me. Look at this die that I just acquired. Perfect time. It's called Hocus Pocus. It does have a number on it, but like I said, I haven't been able to find it online. It is 660962. And I am loving it and ready to play. I'm trying to decide how big I want these. We'll do some. We're just going to have a fun play here. I'm just going to cut these. I'm going to guess and cut. Guess and cut. That's right. This is the perfect way to use up some scraps. We're just going to make some tags today. And I've got some moons die cut. And I got one of my new Tim Holtz dies. Yes, tonight's theme is absolutely fantastic. We're doing some Halloween, moons and stars and all the things. I guess it doesn't really have to be Halloween, but I'm going to go with bats and cats and moons. Oh my. All right, so I'm cutting these just down to tag size, and I'm not being particular. You can fold them in half if you want. This was just an 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I was able to go horizontal today. It has a new option for that. So maybe YouTube was just making some changes or something. I don't know. And it was in the in-between time before. But I much prefer horizontal for the setup that I have. And I'm so glad that feature is back. So huge thank you, YouTube. Much appreciated. Yeah. Let's go ahead and cut this. There we go. I had too many and they were rolling off the stack. Now, I don't intend to make this many tags, but having tags made on hand out of a piece of scrap that I was die cutting from is perfect, because then anytime I need tags, I've already got some cut in this color and we can just be good to go. Now, you can buy your tags already made. Sometimes I will do that from Hobby Lobby or Joann's or even the office supply store, just because it's really easy and handy sometimes to do it that way. I had the biggest craft lunch as I was getting started. Sorry if you cannot hear me. Oh yeah, there goes some more of it. Oh my goodness. I guess that means it's really going to be time to clean. Oh, if you guys could see my floor, it's just as messy as my desk, if not worse. So sorry. But I do have fun in here. I know Leah's been on a crusade to really clean things up. So good for you, my friend. I envy your energy to do so. Let's see. I don't know where my other tag punch is. So maybe we'll just use my little template. I got this template from Corey Dahman, and it's absolutely wonderful, but you can use any template that you have. Hey, Christy! And so you just line it up with the two sides and you snip. And then we'll see how much I can fit on here. I'm gonna have a play with some paste. I have the glow. I want to do the moon and glow. How fun is that going to be? There we go. We've got a tag there. And we could do that with all of them, but I'm not gonna waste the time right at the moment. We'll just see how things go. Sometimes I just fold them like this and just kind of hold it there and snip where I think is good. Now, I've seen some people grab their little scrappy bit thing here and line it up. I don't have the patience for that. So I just kind of snip my way through, or I use one of these. And this one, I love this one. It took me a while to find this one, but I really wanted the other one, and I don't know where it is. It's not always the way. Okay, well, those look kind of cool too. We'll just do it. That's fine. Okay, and I've done some die cutting. Oh, what happened there? That's kind of weird looking. Now, if this happens to you, just turn it around. And I didn't press it in all the way, I don't think. Yeah, this one's in my Amazon store. It took me a while to figure out I could get it on Amazon. I kept trying to find it at Hobby Lobby and couldn't find it. You can just cut this off now, or even just hide it in what we're doing. But yeah, this tag punch is really great. These 3-in-1s are so good, and I love this brand better than, well, I'll show you this other one I have. Oh, I love the design of this one. But this tag punch, it's not my favorite. It does okay, but we'll give it a try here. There we go. I guess that worked okay. So these punch 1.5, 2-inch, and 2.5. So that's always what I cut my tags in, or my scraps in, is 2-inch strips or 2.5-inch strips. And you can go smaller with that 1.5, just so that I know I can easily make some tags. You have the 3-in-1 that has the really nice shapes, but you want to find a new one. Yeah, I have the other one, the scalloped one. I can't find it right now in my stack of mess. But these two are nice as well. The ones, like I said, the ones with the blue handles are not my favorite. You can get those on, you know, Shein or Temu or AliExpress or whatever, even Amazon. But I seem to like these ones a little better. They just feel more sturdy to me. This one worked great today, but it doesn't always. And I think this one's a little bigger. So if you cut your paper bigger, sometimes it doesn't always work in the tags, but you do get, that's kind of cool, I guess. Get some kind of fun shapes, and it's easy to make your tags this way. Super fast and easy. See, this one's too big. It doesn't fit in there. So I must have not cut that one at 2.5. How about this one? Yep, I cut that one better. There we go. That indentation is kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, a little fun. So these are really good to add to your stash if you are looking for ways to accent your own tags. I normally have these hanging up here so that they're easy to grab and use. And my whole station just seems to be cluttered and falling apart. All right, so we've got some tags cut. I did a bunch of die cutting already. And we're just going to have a play. So excited. See, here's my pile of die cuts. I did not get my Tim Holtz stencil in, the new ones that he just released for Halloween. And now he's released Christmas, too. Ugh. Tim, you have to stop taking my paychecks. Okay. All right. So anyway, so this is the die I'll be using mostly. I did dig into my paper stash. This is just black cardstock, but the colors that you're going to see are from this Craft Core Classic Collection. This is a 6x6 pad. He does not make these anymore. I don't know if there's a year on here. 2014 it says. But yeah, he doesn't make those anymore. So if you find them, they're a great find because I love this paper. It's got a craft core. So the back is in craft and the front is in a color. And if you sand on it or rough it up or distress it at all, it looks really beautiful. And like I said, my Tim Holtz stencil did not get here yet, but I do have this one in my stash so we can have a little play with some bats. Just when you bought all the new Halloween goodies from him, then he comes out right away with the new Christmas ones. Yes, I know, it's hard. It's hard to decide. I love the new Christmas one with the hats, or not the hats, the houses. I don't remember what it's called right off the top of my head here, but it's so cute. I'm a die cut nut though, so pretty much any die cut he releases, I usually will buy. I'm a sucker for that. And he just came out with new tools as well. There's a new glass mat, all the things. All right, let's put that under there and have a little room to work here. I've got some stamps. And we'll pull out some of our tags. I tried to enter a description. I'm going to have to do that after the live. I don't know. YouTube did some updates and it looks different now. However, I'm so glad I can go horizontal. I think it should be creator's choice. Okay, so this is just the moon die cut, and I did this on textured vanilla cardstock, so we can pop this out a little bit. I should have did one of the solid ones so it would go behind it, but I totally forgot. So we'll see how it looks. And I had my scrap in by my die cutter, which is always a good idea. Anything I have like that's this color, and even if there's just a little piece, I will cut circles for these moons and cut moons or cut tags or whatever the case may be. That one, I had the paper folded apparently. There we go. So there's our moon. I actually think it kind of looks fun with the black shading. We'll put some ink behind it and see what it looks like, or maybe some texture paste. We could do the glow paste. Okay. But I want to see how these are going to fit on my tags that I have here. This is the biggest one. We could even put this through here so that our little hole goes right through. See there? And then I did some fun things with this. This is one of his new Halloween ones. This says Wicked. There it is. Wicked. Might be backwards for you guys. Sorry, I cannot flip my screen. My eyes just would not do okay with that. This is one of the spiders. I cut 2 pieces of paper at a time, and the die really does not like that. So then you have to do some extra picking to get it apart. But if you just do the one layer, it works out fine. Look at this beautiful cat from Hocus Pocus. That's the die, what it's called. I didn't do any texture on here, but I should do some. Oh, yeah, I love die cutting. I'm a total die cut nut. Like, it's my jam. We could put this back in there. I've been die cutting for some 25 years or something. I don't know. Yeah, this cat is from Hocus Pocus. This die, it has a date on it of 2012. No, 2015 even. So it's really not that old. It's called Hocus Pocus. But I did get this one used from Marketplace, and yeah, I think it was a good find, and just in time. It just arrived the other day. So it has a bat. I kind of cut that one off a little bit, but that's okay. We can layer. It has the little hat to put on your cat. How cute is this? I love this. Oh, good, Christy. Yeah. Like I said, I've been die cutting for a really long time, and I love it. I have several different kinds of die cutters. I should do more tutorials because I have some really old ones and I have some really new ones. Oh, I love this. Look at this. It says Boo. This is from one of the new Thinlit dies. I forget what it's called, and I don't have the packaging in here, but so cute. Okay, and then I die cut, because that's a Biggs die, the Hocus Pocus one. You can die cut big things, is what I always say. And so I die cut, this is cardboard, and then I ran it through a texture fade to get this beautiful texture. So there's one of the hats we could put on the cat. I was going to run the cat through the texture fade too, but I thought, whoa, just, keep it simple. How cute is that? And we can put some ink or wax on here to make it pop out with those shapes. That's just a little scrap. I did that on some of the bats too. Look how it looks like the veins. This was a flower texture fade. I forget what it's called. But just any texture fade, because you're only going to get part of it on your little pieces, will work. And look how beautiful. I love that. I can't wait to color these. So let's get started. I got some... Leah, I got a crow. There's a crow on this new one. Like I said, I did 2 layers. So the top layer of paper worked out beautifully and they come out fine. Now the second layer, not so much. So when you're doing those thin lit dies, if you want a really clean cut, use a magic mat or just use 1 layer of cardstock, because this is, I think, 60-pound weight cardstock. And those little details, it doesn't really like that. But yeah, there's a crow. Leah, there's a crow. Okay, so let's see what we can make here. Like I said, I've got some paste. This is Grit Paste Glow. Super fun. I haven't even opened this stuff yet. And we could do some, now these tags are kind of small. I do have some bigger ones. Maybe that would have been a better idea, just so I have some room. This is the smallest moon. The moon die cut comes with 2, and it does come with the circle, so you can fill in that back area. Like I said, I forgot to die cut that one. Was kind of in a hurry, just trying to get everything ready for the live, and did what I could do. Now that this is open, I'm gonna have to remember to use it, because you use it or you lose it. It doesn't do good things as far as preservation. It's only good for so long. And that's why they used to sell really big jars of like texture paste and so forth from Distress, and they've made them smaller just because you know, they're not built to last. They are a medium and you need to use them. All right, so let's do a little stenciling on a couple of these tags, and we'll set those aside to dry. I don't like to use a heat tool. I use an embossing heat tool for the most part. I have the one that you have, Leah, from Ranger, and it's not my favorite because I'm very impatient. In fact, I'm surprised Tim Holtz uses it as often as he does, because he's a very impatient crafter maker as well. He likes to just have things ready to go and done. Yeah, that one is a little slow for me. Okay, so let's see. Let's see here if we put this back here. Now I have this sitting on some burlap. I could probably move that just because, oh, you guys can't see. There we go. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Hello, tomorrow. All right, I'm going to use one of these little silicone spatula. Actually, this is plastic, I think, not silicone spatulas. My husband actually made a mold for this. And then I've seen them like on Temu and other places. All right, look at that glow. Now this stuff, if you want it to glow, you got to charge it with some light. And it doesn't glow forever. It's kind of like a glow stick. I think I'm going to put that back on there when I'm done. It glows a little bit. And then you got to hold it up to the light again, and then it'll glow. So you kind of got to charge it. And we're just going to put it over here on some of these bats and stars. You know, I always get a little intimidated using texture paste, because I love the look of it, but then I'm like, what if it doesn't work out? But if it doesn't work out, it's okay. It's just a background. You can layer over it. You can scrape it off. You can, you know, just get what you get. That really is a good saying, because, you know, sometimes just having the little pieces in the background is enough. Okay, and it doesn't take a lot of this stuff. I'm not going to do the whole tag. I'm just going to do a little bit. All right, there we go. I've got my little wipey here. It always seems to work out. Like Tim says, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. That's right. Whew. Okay, so see, some of it's a little chunky, some of it's a little whatever, but we're just going to set that aside to dry, and it will be great. And then I think I might use a little bit of picket fence, because it's white, and we'll put this, oops, we'll put this on. Now, You don't have to like rush and hurry to get this closed back up, but it's not a good idea to leave it open for the whole duration of your craft session, because the air, once the air gets in there, it starts to ruin it. The air just ruins things. Okay, so let's do this stencil here. I'm gonna line it up there with that bat, and then I have just Picket Fence white distress ink. Now, Picket Fence is a weird one. It is white. It, you know, they say it is a distress ink, but it's white, so it doesn't have all the pigment and all the things. Let's see, I need a new sponge. I have this dabber that says Picket Fence, but the sponge has been used for something else. So I'll peel this off and put on a new sponge, just like that. Okay, get some of our ink here. And we'll just blot it on there. Now, bats are black for the most part, I think, or brown or gray or whatever. But here, I just kind of want them to show in the background. Look how cute that is. Now, if you're making little Halloween gifts or something, just like this would be enough, and it would be so much fun. You could just tie that on to like, oh, I put this right on top of my texture paste. Good job. Right on top of like a little gift or a treat, whatever it is that you are giving out. Okay, so let's work on one of these moons while those stencils dry a little bit. Put that up there. I was really sad my Tim Holtz one didn't arrive yet, but that's the one I've got, so that's what we're doing. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this kind of at the top here, and I just want to lighten some of this because my moon, I didn't do the background cutout, so we'll just put some Picket Fence there. You could use something like antique linen or fossilized amber or what else? I don't know. Any of those lighter colors. But we'll just kind of make it a little bit white. See, now we're getting some of those cool little decorations. And there's a little circle right here. We could line that up with our hole, but I kind of want it to stand out just a little bit more from the tag. So you can make it level with your tag, or you can just kind of build. And I might not have even needed to cut this tag because I'm covering up the top of it anyways. But we can always punch that hole back if we want to have it there. Like, redo it. But I think that looks pretty good. I do want to ink that though. Shocker. And another shocker, I think frayed burlap is going to be... Nope, that's scorched timber. Where's my frayed burlap? I kind of panic when I can't find it. There it is. I think it's going to be the color I'm going to add to this moon because I think it's going to give us some of those really nice definitions. And we'll poke that little hole out. And if that doesn't work, just use your pokey tool and get it to come out. Sometimes I leave them there too, because they just add little blips of texture, but then they might also come off later. All right, that one's really happy there. Like I said, I wasn't being nice to my die cuts. I was doing 2 layers of textured cardstock while I was cutting with thin-lit dies, and thin-lit dies really do better with just 1 layer. All right, so I'm just gonna get in here, grunge up this moon a little bit. There we go. See how much better that is? I'll show you one without. This is the bigger one. Yeah, so we got a nice grungy harvest looking moon. Love it. And I kind of planned this out in my head, but I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, it's kind of the way with all crafts, right? Most of us creatives get an idea and we just kind of run with it. And we just kind of hope that it works the way that we think it might. Okay, let's put a little more white down there. And we'll glue our moon. Exactly, yes. Especially if you do like a mixed media or whatever. You just kind of, you know, have fun. You just play and hello, Deb. Hello to anyone who just arrived here. Thank you so much for being here. This is a wonderful event hosted by Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. There we go. And she has labeled us as the Artistry Collective. And up after me is Leah from Make All the Things With Me. Ugh, look how fun these bats are going to be right there. Okay, so let's glue that moon down before I change my mind. And we're going to pretty much glue from my fingers down. This is where having a precision tip on your glue is really helpful. You can glue all these little pieces. This is Barely Arts glue. It works pretty good for me. There's lots of glues out there, so you know, if you're not happy with the one you have, try a different one. But don't give up on your glue, because sometimes it's just a matter of whatever it is that you're gluing to might not be the right fit for the glue, or maybe it has too fast of a drying time, or whatever the case might be. Some people like a really fast drying time. I like a few minutes to be able to move and manipulate things around a little bit. Okay, so there's our moon. And what are we going to do with this? Well, you can do any number of things with tags. You can use them as gift tags. You can use them as ephemera in your journals. You can do so many things. You can use them as card fronts or little card accents, all the things. So whatever it is that you are into and like to do, do that. All right, let's see. What color should we do? Should we do a black bat, or should we, what should we make this bat? I was kind of thinking green, but maybe I'll just put some wax on there and we'll call it good. So it'll pull out the texture. First I gotta find the wax because it's in this stack of stuff that tipped over. There it is. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Ooh, we could do Firebird. That's one of my favorites. I have I have soot. We could do soot. What do you guys think? Maybe soot with a little bit of some accents of Firebird. We'll pull out those details. Now these waxes are Prima waxes. I am a Prima stockist, so if you are looking for Prima supplies, you probably can find them here with me. Oh look, I haven't even opened this one yet. What a treat. There we go. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this on a little scrap. You can use a palette or whatever. I always seem to just put it on a little piece of scrap. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, we'll keep this out in handy because I think it's gonna be wonderful. Now, I love to play with mixed media, so you can see I've got paper, I've got chipboard, I've got cardboard. I've got all kinds of fun mediums to play with here, but you don't have to have everything to make something. This is just cardboard. So, you know, if you just have cardboard, and maybe you have a die cut it out. Or even if you don't have a die cut, use your cardboard and cut little shapes. You can draw them. You can print out shapes from your computer. And, or if you are that kind of an artist, you can draw the little shapes. Bats aren't too hard to draw. And make yourself some fun bats or moons. You could use acrylic paints if you don't have all the inks and things. But I've been collecting all my paper crafting supplies for well over 25 years. I definitely didn't buy it all at once. And I used to own a scrapbook store, so I have lots of supplies. All right, I love that. Look at that. Where'd the other one go? There he is. We'll give him the same treatment because I think it looks really cool. And a little wax goes a long ways. So and just press it in there. You can use a stipple brush or a palette knife or whatever you have. I always tend to just use my fingers because, well, that's what I always have. It was amazing opening or having a scrapbook store. We had one for quite a few years, but then Hobby Lobby was coming to town, and it was early on in the era here of when digital scrapbooking was coming. So people were stopping paper crafting scrapbooking and moving to digital, and it was just a scary, scary time. So we closed the store before we went into debt trying to keep up with everything. And online sales were just starting to boom. I'm vintage, guys. I'm old. I'm older than Google. So it was just a scary time. All the actual storefronts were closing, and yeah, I miss my customers though. I miss the smell of cardstock. We had a beautiful paper room. And of course, I had a beautiful studio that I did not appreciate near enough, but we had parties in there. We had crops and classes, and people could come in and use my die cut machines and try them all out. And it was just a wonderful place. My youngest daughter pretty much grew up in there. All right, so then I'm taking this Firebird. I'm just taking a little bit and kind of like dry brushing, but with my finger, just so I hit those raised textured spots, and these bats can have a little extra sparkle on them. Yeah, it was a lot because you're kind of chained to your store, unless if you have employees, and we didn't have employees. It was just a small store, but it was a lot of fun. I loved it. Looking back, I would do some things so much different. I opened the store because I was in a Yahoo swap group. I ran one, and we would have group buys, and I realized people were getting so worked over because the retail prices were just ridiculously high. And so I wanted to open a store where people could buy affordable craft products. Oh, look at that bat. That is just beautiful. Love it. A little bit of Prima Finnabair wax goes a long ways. Oh, I just got that all over the lid. Look at me. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. I love those. I don't know if I'll put two on there, but it's beautiful, beautiful. Now this one, I used a little scrap and it kind of got cut off here, but you could easily layer it like underneath of one, see, like this, or we could put it under something else. So there's a purplish one. There's a cool one like that. And then I want to sit our little cat on here if he will fit. He's kind of big. Now, I say he because most of, all of my cats right now are he's. Now, this cat is really big for this tag. We could layer, I want to put some of the shimmery stuff here in the background. I did turn on my glue gun, glue machine, whatever. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that here on YouTube. But it is a glue tool, nothing violent, just hot glue. It can feel a little violent because, man, does it hurt if it gets you. But use caution, use it appropriately, be careful with your fingers, all the things, and it's a wonderful tool. All right, so here is this is just some little, like glittery tool that I got at Joann's. I think it was from Christmas, actually, so I got it on a pretty good clearance. And I'm just going to bunch it up underneath of there. And I think maybe that will allow my cat to be seen a little better here. And of course, it's going to give us a little more width on our tag. So that's great as well. I'm just going to make a line here and we'll get the top part situated. And then we'll glue the rest down. And I like to use my silicone brush to secure ribbon and things with my hot glue. Like I said, use safety. Crafting can be a dangerous thing. I have gotten blisters and burns and all kinds of things from this tool, but I still love it. All right, so we're just adding a little bit behind here, kind of like a little skirt for our tag. Now the tag is just a base. So, you know, don't be so worried about like, okay, it doesn't look like a tag anymore, or you can't see, I just put that bat where the hole is supposed to be. It doesn't actually have to be a tag. You know, some people would say, well, then why did you trim it? Well, that was just part of my process, and I didn't know how things were going to wind up. So just allow yourself to place things where you think they should go without thinking too much. Thanks, Christy. And have fun with it. That's what it's supposed to be. All right, we can put our little cat there. I think I'm gonna glue the rest of this down at the end, or maybe even trim it. I don't know, but I love a little bit of sparkle. And I can put, I think I want to put this bat up here. And I do have the word boo. That's kind of cute. We could put it, I've got a lot of things for this small tag. Maybe we need to do a bigger tag, but that's kind of fun. Boo. Right there with our bat up there. And then I'll put a little hat on this cat. And we could use some picket fence to just kind of outline this cat just a little bit. It is a black cat. I love black cats. We had one and she was absolutely wonderful. She was the most sweetest cat ever. She wasn't bad luck. She did cost us a little bit of money, but that was okay. She ended up having kidney disease in the end, but we got her as much vet care as would help her get through without, you know, a horrible end. We wanted her to just have a good end. She was dumped somewhere by someone, and we got her because my friend called and was like, this little sweet little kitty was dumped at my farm. We thought she was a kitten, but really she was an older cat, but she was so sweet while we had her. Okay, see how that white just gives us a little bit of more outline, and we can see this cute little black cat. Now, there are Tim Holtz dies and other brands of dies that have some smaller cats, but I wanted to play with this one and see what I could do here. Now, instead of using this boo, I do have a little tiny stamp that says Happy Halloween. And this one says, it's behind me, isn't it? Meaning the bat. That could be cool. But this Happy Halloween, I think I might take it and just stamp it on the moon. And we'll see how that looks. It's going to be little and subtle in the background here, but I think that will be just fine. All right, let's find some ink. I'm going to use Archival Black ink. This one is just jet black. It's a permanent ink, so it's oil-based rather than water-based, in case if I decide to add some other ink or splatter or whatever, it won't smudge or smear. So we'll take this and we'll just press it anywhere that's everywhere. Now, we might not get to see all of it, but that's okay. We will know it's there, and we'll know it's implied, right? Okay, so there we go, stamped on our moon. You don't have to do that. You could stencil, you could stamp, you can just leave it. Don't forget to take this little guy off of your block. I always do that, and then I'm missing stamps here and there. That drives me crazy. So I try to put them back right away. Unless if it's one that I know I'm just going to use all the time. Okay, there we go. Now, let's see what there's our beautiful bat. We'll put him right back where I wanted him here. Here is our sweet little cat. We don't need that boo anymore, but our cute little cat is going to need a hat. So we're going to put this. I'm going to use this hot glue just because it'll help me layer, and I'm going to hang it off. See how it hung off the moon? That's totally okay, especially if it's going into a journal. You can have things hanging off because it might be glued down to a page, or maybe you will be filling it into a pocket or what have you. All right, there we go. Let's get this glued down. Now I did use my hot glue there just because it's going over this crinkly stuff. Sorry, that's off camera there. Just trying to get some glue on the tail part that's down. All right, now we could have used some 3D foam tape to kind of puff that up a little bit or whatever we wanted to do. And I don't have any glue underneath the head there. We'll want to do that. Okay, perfect. Now let's get a pretty little hat. We could do, I think I have purple or green. When I was die cutting, I wasn't sure what I was going to make. I kind of had this vision in my head. But, you know, allow yourself to just have creative freedom. I just kind of let the scraps guide me. Like, yeah, right here. There's a purple hat. We don't want the bat to be interfering with the hat here. So we can put that underneath. Cute, cute. All right, let's glue it. Little glue at the top of that hat there. And I want it just a little bit sideways on that cat. You can still see some ears. Okay. Look how cute that one is. I love that. Now, like I said, we could trim some of this down if we want, or we can leave it. We could wrap it around. We could do all the things. If we are really clever or patient or whatever you might want to call it, we could put one of these tiny little stars that fell off and put it on the hat. You could put bling there as well. Little bling gemmies or sequins or, oh, come on, glue. Ooh, left hand gluing. I am not a lefty. There we go. Maybe, oops. Now I've made one tag and I've made quite a mess. Not the way it works. But I do love this tag. Look at it. Oh, so cute. Okay, let's see if any of our stencily stuff is dried. Yep, okay. So with this one, we could put our moon behind the tag. Since we have all this glowing stuff, we could put our moon back here, like this, and then we could put a real bat, instead of a stenciled bat, like one of these ones over the top. That could be fun. So let's do that. And I want to, of course, put some of that frayed burlap around the edge of this moon. I just feel like it gives it really nice accent in the color. Okay, so like I said, this one's going behind the tag. So we'll actually see the tag shape on this one. And we could actually even put an eyelet through there if we really wanted to. So probably about here, we're gonna glue. And you don't have to use this shape. You could just use any circle that you have to make a moon. You could use the outline that comes with this one. I just forgot to die cut it. But we're just gonna go with it and have a fun play. Not worried. Now, if we put a brad there, our moon could have spinned. That would be cool. I'm all about interactive things. I absolutely love it. And this will glow, provided we don't cover it all the way up. Oops. Okay, so there's that. And then we can glue this little guy up here like this. It kind of looks like one is closer to us and these ones are in the background gonna glow. That'd be fun. We could also tilt it like this. No, I kind of liked it like that. So that little piece of the tag is just going to show, and that'll be all right. All right, let's glue it. And since this is cardboard, I am just using my hot glue. You can use Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1 or, you know, any of those tacky glue or whatever, but the hot glue works really good. It holds right now, and where I live, it's not too hot, so I shouldn't take it off of there. All right, I like that. Look at that. And I do have these pieces that are just part of the cat, but that's kind of weird. I don't know. We could put a word. I have wicked in green. That could be fun. Let's see if it'll fit. That's wicked in black. See, I just kind of die cut these out and then figured I would deal with them while I'm crafting with them. Ooh, yeah, just the wicked down there. That could be fun. And maybe we'll put some of this green tulle behind. Now, some of these words have some really little intricate pieces. Try to get out of there. Like this little tiny piece. You can use your pokey tool, or some people I know use transfer tape like you would use for vinyl just to weed things out. But I find tweezers or a pokey tools are really good. Really good for me. Oh, I kind of like that. What do you guys think? We could just put that down there and some of that green tulle. And of course, we'll put a little dark ink on there. I don't think I have my black soot out anywhere here. We could use scorched timber though. It's pretty dark. Let's do it. Figure out where my dabber for that is. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Just kind of dirty up the screen a little bit. Now, if you don't have these tiny, thin little pieces, it is fun to take a page distressor or even some, one of your little, yep. What am I trying to say? You can distress this with, thanks, Leah. Glad you're liking it. The little scratchy boards. Yeah, you guys know. I hit play and my brain is just gone, I guess. There we go. Okay, yeah, you can distress these, and then the craft paper will shine right through, which is kind of cool and fun. All right, let's put a little piece of this down there. Now you could put an eyelet and put this through like a piece of ribbon, but I just kind of like it peeking out the end, so I want to put it, I think, behind there, so it gives our little wicked thing just a little extra bling. See, like that. And I want to use the part with more stars, I think, just like so. And watch those fingers, because that is hot, hot, hot. See if I can get that to glue all at the same time. Now my D is hanging off the tag. That's all right. We're not going to let that be a problem. I actually kind of like that rough looking edge down there. There we go. Now, if we had some, let's see. How am I doing on time here? Oh, pretty good, I think. Up after me is Leah from Make All the Things With Me. And she will be doing something fun as well. Oh, look at this. We could put a little piece of lace peeking out the bottom. I actually kind of like that. Kind of takes the the creepy part of it a little down, but I kind of like it. What do you guys think? It's going to be glow-in-the-dark bats. But I do kind of like that little piece of lace right there. I think I'm going to do it. Tony's Witchy Art and Crafts. Hello and welcome. I'm glad you like it. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love it if you would tap your screen, hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much for adding comments. All of those things help the channel. And of course, if you like what you see, I'd love it if you'd stick around. Okay, now on the back, it's a little messy here. If you don't like that, you can always take one of the other tags that we made, that's the same size and shape, and just back it. Just glue right over this, and that will hide all of this construction. Or if you're going to glue it to a page in a journal or on a card, then it doesn't really matter. Let's trim that just a little bit so it doesn't go past the lace. We'll tell it it has to stay within the lace. I love that. Okay, so now we've got 2 tags. We've got one with our cat. We've got our bats. Let's do this one. I don't have another moon that's that small, but look how this is massive. All right, let's see. I've got Wicked, and I think I've got Fright, and I've got Boo. Boo is kind of cute. Could put Boo right there, and there is just you could just do hats with these bats, like. We could glue these little hats on, or we could put our little crow, but he's not going to show up very good. Excuse me. I think that would be kind of fun. We've got our bats in the background. We could just put our little hats. We could put Wicked again, but I just did Wicked. Oh, look, I've got little green bats too. We could add some of those. Could put a little green bat up here. I thought I had the word fright. Let's see. I did not punch all of these out, so yeah, there we go. There's fright. Do we like fright better? That kind of fits, but I think I like Boo. We'll just keep Boo right there. We could do fright going across this way. Ooh, that's kind of fun. I love that. And then we'll wrap some twine in there. Okay, so let's glue this down while we still have time here. And you can see I'm switching back and forth between my glues because this one's just paper to paper, so I feel like it'll stick just fine. Nothing of an issue going on there. I'm gonna put it wonky because that's what I do. Now that little piece, see that little piece hanging off of there? I might trim it down just because it's pretty, but it is hanging over, and I could have scooched it just a little bit. Whoop, we'll scooch it just a little. Now the liquid glue could make those stars and bats that I stenciled there move around a little bit, so we might lose some of them. Just be aware of that. It's doing what it's supposed to do. All right, there is one hat. We can put a little hat here. I like how that kind of fits right in there. Where'd my other little green hat go? Oh, I had a green bat. I might put a green bat, because why not? And there's a black hat. Now, when I'm done with these, oh, there's a purple bat. That might be cute. We could put a purple bat down here. Don't I have another hat? I thought I had another hat. Oh, I do have a spider we could put by Fright, though. That's kind of fun. There's this. Oh, there's the spider. I don't really like spiders all that much. But could put a little hat there and a spider over here. It's kind of crazy. There we go. I like that hat behind Fright. Can't see it a whole lot, but I do kind of like it. I had another hat here. Maybe I just did one of these little ones, but I think I only need one. All right, let's glue it before I change my mind. Aren't they fun, Paula? Hello and welcome. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're giving out little Halloween treats, or maybe you want to make a little card, you could put this on a card. You could put a little gift card. You could put this in the sleeve of a little gift card. And you can still write on them, even though they're in black cardstock. You can use like a Jelly Roll pen. You can use one of those metallic markers, even like a Sharpie. Now, I did not ink these, but you don't have to ink everything. But if you forget and you want to, you can just go back, just kind of add a little contrasting ink there. We could have done Picket Fence even, which is just white. And you can go over these with some stickles, put all kinds of fun things on them. All right, let's glue this one down because I love it. I want to put a little bit of white in the background. Oh, we're almost done, and we've made quite a few tags. I love that. I didn't use our cute little crow, but I will. I will use it somewhere. All right, let's just grungy this up a little bit with white. Grungy white. Brighten it with white. I guess it's not grunging. It's grunge for black, right? I don't know. Just going to add some contrasting colors so we can see things just a little better. Okay, here's our Fright. I'm going to add a little bit of that scorched timber to it just so we can see those edges a little better. All of our cute little curly cues. Now, where did our hat go? I want that little curl to be up the top of that little ring there. And then I wanted this one to be right behind that Fright. And this little hat came from the Hocus Pocus die that I just got my hands on. Like I said, I can't find it anywhere online. If you know where, if you see one, tag me in it or put it here in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. I've been trying to figure out, is it like, I'm sure it's retired. It's in the index. I have it in there. The index is good and bad for me. It helps me keep track of everything that I have, but it makes me want to be able to check all the boxes. I'm that collector. I want to have them all in there. Anybody else like that? I've heard Tim say there's people who think they need to own all of them. I'm like, yeah, me. I like to check that box. Like, ooh, I found it. I have it, even if it's not one I'll ever use. I don't know. I'm that girl. Okay, let's put this down, and then we're just about time to go see Leah at Make All the Things with Me. And then after her will be Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And again, we are what Christy calls us, the Artistry Collective. And it is a fabulous group of ladies, if I do say so myself, that meets here to craft and chat live with you most Wednesdays on YouTube. And we, all three of us, have Facebook as well. So if you want to find us over there, you can definitely give us a follow and a like and a share and all the things if you would. We would greatly appreciate that. And as I glue this spider down, that is my time. Ooh. So we made quite a few little tags. I love making tags. They're just fun. You can, just play. I made this little boo one. We made this fun Fright one. We made a wicked one. And we made a moon and a cat one. And I love them all just the same. So I hope you had a good time here hanging out, crafting, and chatting with me. And feel inspired to get out some of those Halloween fun things that you might have hanging out in your craft room. And just have a play. So let's all go see Leah at Make All the Things with me. And I'll see you guys next time here on YouTube with Frapps and Scraps and the Artistry Collective. Thanks, everyone.